I think it's a wonderful movie that the entire family can see together. There are so few movies out there these days that you can enjoy with everyone, and that's something to cherish. And the message of the film is just it can't be heard often enough of believing in yourself and having courage, and it's just a beautiful story that's sweet and funny and heartbreaking, and it's a treasure. It's a classic. I got to be with Viola in The Help before, but I never got to act with her. This is my first time where we got to, trade eye contact, and she's a pretty powerful actress. I got to say, it was electric working with her. And we had a lot of backstory that we sort of made up for our characters, that we were best friends, and then we had a huge falling out, and it was just, she is just, I can't say about how powerful she is. Working with her is one of the great joys of my acting career. Bert and Birdie, they know how to pick the right, and of course Mckenna Grace is an extraordinary actress. I've had the pleasure of working with her many times, and she set the bar for these girls. I think she really showed them the way, and her work ethic as an actress is I admire her so much, and Tom Hanks would be proud of her. I was just thinking of Tom Hanks' acceptance, speech at the Globes. It was so beautiful, and it spoke to what I believe too as actors. You show up on time, and you know your lines, and you bring it, and McKenna does that every time. And I think she taught all the young girls in this cast a wonderful, set them off on the right foot, and they formed great friendships. All of them really had a sense of play, and they had a great time together. Oh yes, the minute I met them, I'd never worked with them before, and I went and had coffee with them when they approached me about this project, and I just fell in love with them, with their energy. They're my kind of gals, They have great passion for what they do and for the story, and I fell in love with the story and just wanted to be part of telling it and putting it out there, and especially with them. I think they're brilliant filmmakers. It's about being unapologetic about who you are, owning it, no matter what your differences are. If you seem like we always are comparing ourselves to other people and thinking they're the better version of what we're supposed to be. And I think McKenna's character, Christmas, she finds all these other girls who are on the outside and feel like they don't belong, and together they found this incredible power of owning who they are and having the courage to be who they are.
They can look forward to it being a funny, family-friendly, loving, touching movie.
We cast the kids as they are their characters, so it meant that every day on set they could just be themselves and then play with that. And I think that was the secret to taking a year to find the kids, and Amazon supported us in taking that time, which really made a difference. Viola and Alison were our absolute first choices for this film, and we got them because it's such an important story to tell. So we're very lucky.
I think what we strive for with Troop Zero is authenticity. So the characters are authentic, but then there's also a magic to the world that's Christmas's point of view. So a childhood perspective on the world gives us this slightly magical edge, and I think that's combined with the authenticity of the characters, what makes it special for the whole family.
It's a comedy dressed up, so you don't really see what's actually going on. And the thing that's actually happening is we've never seen a film that's a girl adventure film. We've never seen a film where a group of girls go on an adventure, work together and achieve something that's greater than themselves. So we, choose to make films that transcend the thing that they are. So this transcends the comedy and becomes a film that we've never seen before for girls.
Finding Mckenna was finding the centre, the sun around which we all revolve. And so once we had her and she came in, she really showed us, she'd done quite dramatic stuff that we'd seen in the past, and she came in for a casting, and then a year later she came in again because we were ready to make the film then, and she brought all of her quirk and all of her sass and all of her weirdness, and that's what we fell in love with. And so she's a very special, so in so many ways what's incredible is that she's so wise beyond her years, but she's a child and she has the energy of someone younger than herself, and then also the energy of someone way older than herself at the same time. And I think that's what we all connect to. We always say that Troop Zero is for the little girl in all of us women and for the woman in every little girl.
I played Joseph, and he's a kid that he likes fashion, and he likes to be glamorous, and he likes to be good for himself, and I think he's the kind of person that he doesn't really care what other people thinks. He knows who he is, and he likes to just be that. I think they'll love seeing kids who are kind of the outsiders, kids who aren't necessarily fit into all the different styles, aren't the cool kids or popular or anything, just the kids that are on the outs sometimes, who can just be themselves. They can look forward to seeing a bunch of kids just fighting for who they are and fighting to be just weird in their own way and just letting themselves be themselves.
This is a movie, I mean, obviously I want people to see all the stuff I do, but I'm really excited for people to see this movie. And it's the fact that it's accessible on streaming to everyone is really exciting, because there's not that hurdle of getting people to go to the theater. It's just like finding the time, because everyone's on Prime, because everyone gets everything in their life delivered to them. You know, I want to watch it with my daughters too, because I think there is something, I mean, it's all kids, but there's something about, particularly, you know, I grew up in this era, do you know what I mean? And it's, you know, I don't think anyone in the entertainment industry isn't a bit of an oddball. So it's kind of an anthem to that, but it's also, you know, so I think that daughters and moms will connect too. I think this is the type of movie that you can watch with your family, and there's not going to be anything you necessarily disagree with. And I think that it's a good message for kids, because they intuitively know it about, you know, being inclusive. But I think that, you know, there's an entertainment behind it, and then there's some emotion there.
It's okay to be a little weird, and if you get bullied, then just walk away and they'll get what they get.
I feel like it was too much fun to be on set, because like we were all kind of like a family. We all knew each other. After set, we would all go to the pool in the hotel, and then we would have a pizza party by the pool. So it was a lot of fun.
It's a movie about little kids who think they don't have anyone but themselves, who learn that what they have is each other. And it's a movie about friendship and community and showing up for each other and supporting each other. And I think now more than ever, this is the time for us to hear a movie with that kind of message. It was incredible. I actually didn't think Viola Davis would say yes, so I wrote her this very nice note that was saying how I would be so honored if you even read anything I wrote, but I'm not expecting anything. And so when she said yes, and then it was the same with Allison. I still kind of can't believe they said yes. I feel so fortunate. I think the message of Troop Zero comes across I think it really comes across in the third act when we get the big musical number, but I think it's when you see the kids taking care of each other, being kind to each other, learning to stand up for each other in difficult circumstances.
Well, I played Christmas, the girl you see on the poster with the red boots and the crooked hair. She is completely obsessed with space, and she's an oddball and a weirdo, and so she bands together a group of misfits so that they can get themselves on the golden record.
Well, I want you to know that I say misfit and weirdo and like as an affectionate term. I mean it in the best way because that's a compliment to me. And that is what Christmas, she views herself as odd and strange, but she embraces it. Such a good film and I'm so proud of it. I'm so glad that I got to do this film. I really, really believe in this film and the characters and the story and the message. I want people to watch this and really take away the message from it. That it's okay to be different. You can be yourself. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't, just be who you want to be. It's okay, and somewhere out there you'll find your troop that loves you just for who you are.
Awesome. I mean, Allison, I mean the kids, and fearless. And I always say these kids are so much more confident than I was at that age, and bold and secure in who they are. It was, I don't know. Listen, I was happy to be in their presence. It's a film for everyone because what it does is it drives home the whole idea that you're worth it. That you don't have to hustle for your worth, you're born with it. It was a message. It was a message in wanting to matter and wanting to see your value in a world where you don't fit in. And I think that is a message for the zeitgeist now. And sort of wanting to live forever and your story to live forever. I think that I'm at that point in my life, being 50 plus, of just wanting to live far past my death, you know? And here are kids who are wanting to put that message out in the world. And I tapped into myself when I was 8, 9 years old and being bullied. And I had a troop, but sometimes they were hard to find. So, yeah. Because I feel like when people don't feel valued and they don't feel like they matter, then there's nothing but self-destruction and external destruction. That's what comes out of it. You need to know that you have some investment in this world and some space in the world. And I think that, you know, my husband is always saying there's 400 families in this country that are billionaires, and if they moved out, we would be a third world country. That gives you an idea of the gulf between haves, have-nots. We got to give voice to the voiceless, man. We gotta value each other. I mean, I know it's kumbaya, but kindness goes a long way.